Today we're going to be talking about creativity. I know I could have just made a digital title card on this edit, but I wanted to be extra. What up A-fam, Kitty here with Atola Visuals, and today we're going to be talking about creativity. Now we got to do it the proper way, like any explainer video. What is the definition? According to the official dictionary, creativity is a noun, the use of the imagination or original ideas, especially in the production of an artistic work. But I do like the explanation from creativityatwork.com, and they say creativity is the act of turning new and imaginative ideas into reality. Creativity is characterized by the ability to perceive the world in new ways and to find hidden patterns, to make connections between seemingly unrelated phenomena, and to generate solutions. Now, I definitely like that meaning a lot more because creativity is not just for artists and creators. I feel like creativity goes for anyone. I mean, you need creativity when you need to cook a recipe. You need creativity even in the corporate world to just solve problems. So I asked A-fam how you guys stay creative on Twitter, and what did you guys have to say? Let's go over them. Staying creative is how you stay creative. That's definitely a good one. And definitely true on all levels. Next up, with difficulty. Yes, it is very difficult if you don't really know your creative process. Luckily, everyone's creative process is different, but we still need the same structure on how to go about coming up with some ideas. For the first category, we're gonna start off with inspiration and research. When you're coming up with any idea, you have to know your problem, or kind of like the topic at least of what you're gonna talk about. A lot of you guys have given me various forms of your inspiration. Courses/books, always very good. Charles says, not sure, but I have 4 books that I think have the answer. And he mentioned Big Magic, which actually I heard of recently. I definitely wanted to give that a read. Creative License, Drawing on the Artist Within and Drawing with Imagination. Watching commercials and music videos. This is something I actually was doing this morning because I wanted to do maybe like a fashion video in the future, so I was looking up commercials for certain brands, and I also get a lot of my inspiration myself from music videos just because they're just so visually stunning and they're really short and easy to watch. Watching, this one's funny, by watching your videos and doing nothing afterwards. Hey, you're honest, I love that. Watching films, watching too much YouTube, self-reflection, looking back on old content and learning from it. Many of you have said by consuming creative works of others, if it's photo, film, music, and then also having a notepad to write down any ideas or questions that you might have. So definitely stay curious, stay open, and get inspiration from your favorite creators. Not only should you be watching other creators' work, but see how your life and your life experiences kind of translate or relate or maybe contrast with that person's perspective. So not only do you need inspiration that's directly related to your topic or your concept that you really want to talk about or your problem you want to solve, but I feel like you have to also look outside of that. Don't always box yourself in and watch the same type of content or read the same type of genre or watch the same type of movies. You have to widen your perspective. It'll keep you curious and have you question many things and even sometimes question yourself. Do other non-creative things. That's true too. Do some chores around the house. Clean. Sometimes when I don't want to work or I'm stumped on something, I'll just clean the house. And it gives my brain just time to relax because I feel like when you overstimulate your brain, it gets very exhausted and you really can't come up with any creative ideas at that point. I always enjoy being creative, the opposite of my normal daily business. It's good to stimulate both sides of the brain. Both can be fun. That's definitely true. Painting, ooh, very nice. Roberto, Blake, thanks for writing in. Reading and listening to music and solving puzzles. Those are all the things I love to do. I listen to music every single day, pretty much the entire day, unless I'm recording video or I have to edit videos, which sucks. So I'm really happy when I have to edit photos because I could actually put on Spotify. I'm sure a lot of us editors can relate. Reading comics, playing fantasy and sci-fi games. Doing something else for the day or so every time I zone out. A lot of anime, nice. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, whatever interests you. I feel like sometimes when you are stuck in a creative rut too, it's also very good to just love the new. Go explore, go outside, get some inspiration from nature, just learn something different. You might come up with a really good idea. Take life's experience, turn it into content, and hopefully it helps someone along the way. That's a very, very good answer. So once you have the research and you did a couple of other contrasting things, next up, you have to have your mind take a break. I know it sounds very counterintuitive, but you guys said it yourself. Take a break, let your mind rest. If you need to go on a walk, quiet time, don't look at any screens or watch any YouTube videos or just stimulate it anymore. Even just take a nap or sleep it off. You gotta let your subconscious do all the work because it's gonna bring in all that research you found and other life experiences or other things that you were learning about and combine it and magically transform it into a new thing. So a lot of you guys said, meditation, emptying my brain, and lets creativity fill up if only for a moment. Bored minds conjure new ideas. That is very true, and I definitely agree. It's pretty much true because I feel like most of my creative ideas come out when I'm just like laying in bed or I'm in the shower or I'm just like sitting on the balcony and staring off in a distance. That's when everything just happens. Magic happens in the most mysterious ways. So what happens after all these things happen? Your subconscious makes an idea for you. What you gotta do? You gotta act on it. You gotta create it, right? So a few of you said whiteboarding stuff a lot. Oh, we love a good whiteboard. I do miss my whiteboard in San Francisco. We don't have one here, unfortunately, but I just use my iPad now. Actions take motivation. Motivation pushes creativity. I just make stuff. When I just create bad, shitty stuff, sometimes it gets my brain jump started. Yo, I believe in that. I very much believe in that. I feel like lately I've been overthinking my YouTube videos a lot. And just this week I've been doing this challenge where I wanted to create 5 YouTube videos this week, pretty much every single day except for Sunday because that's my day off. And it's really gotten me past this wall of overthinking and overdoing stuff and just having fun with YouTube again and whatever's on my mind that day or something that I really want to talk about. If it's bad, it's bad. If not, then even better because I probably wasn't going to make that video anyway. So hopefully this week I've been putting out a lot of good information and fun videos for you guys, but it's okay if you have some bad videos. I myself have had some bad videos with poor ratings, like my LA vertical vlog on YouTube. You guys did not like that. Or my ASMR peak design unboxing. That wasn't a really favorite, but I feel like it doesn't matter because I had fun doing it and it was just fun doing something new anyway. Because I get really bored doing the same stuff over and over and over again. I let my 2 smart-ass kids take charge and I just follow filming the devastation they leave in their wake. Hey, if that works for you, that works for you. You probably have the most interesting content around. The other mentions that you guys mentioned, by reminding myself it's the way to financial freedom and hunger, the hunger to provide a better life for my family. Sometimes you have motivations that are outside just what you want and you have to provide for your family, your friends, or maybe you want to prove something to yourself or somebody else, and that's motivation enough to stay creative as well. Ain't no shame in that. And lastly, of course, you stay true to yourself and never doubt your content sucks. That is very true, like I said before. Even though you guys may not like certain videos or like a certain post or a certain opinion of mine, that's okay because I know deep down who I am and what I'm trying to be and the type of person I want to become, and I feel like this is just my journey, and if someone doesn't like it, then there's a million other creators or things to watch that'll satisfy them, and I have like no hard feelings whatsoever. So don't change yourself for someone else because it'll just eat you up inside and you'll just quit eventually. And as creators, as artists, or whatever you want to do, I want you to keep doing your craft and work on your skills for as long as you can. That's life, right? Life is just finding your thing and doing it to the best of your ability and being the best person you can and hopefully inspiring others to do the same. Sorry if I didn't get your tweet in there, but you guys had a lot of great responses and I try to get everyone in there. But it does lead me to my next topic, which is really weird because all of your guys' answers actually related to this article I read last night. It's a Medium article by David Kadavy titled "Arrange Your Time and Tasks According to These 7 Categories and You'll Be a Creativity Machine." I'll link the Medium link down below. You should definitely give it a read. It's really good. So the article is interesting because he mentions this guy who's a German scientist named Hermann von Helmholtz from 1891, how he gave a speech on his 70th birthday about his creativity insights. And 35 years later, a social psychologist by the name of Graham Wallace cited his speech and talked about the stages of control, which are preparation, incubation, illumination, and verification. So I organized your answers in these stages, which actually related to this article perfectly. It's crazy. Like we mentioned earlier, during preparation, you're learning everything you can about the problem or turn the problem over on all sides. And then during incubation, you're allowing your unconscious mind to work on the problem. So he would take a walk in the wooded hills and then he would come up with his ideas that way. And then illumination happens, which means that it doesn't tend to happen while you're sitting at your desk. It happens when you wake up. So that's when your idea magically forms somehow. And then verification, I guess, does it solve the problems you identified during the preparation stage? So you just come up with your idea and see if it's related. And there's more on the article. You should definitely give it a read, but he goes into the 7 categories of creative work and just the steps and how you could make this your routine into coming up with better ideas all the time. So go forth and let creativity happen. Let me know in the comments below what you do to stay creative as well. You do you, fam, and I'll see you when I see you. Done. So creativity is important for everyday life.